So let's get into it. Trust, private cash flow, and life insurance. What's good? Let's jump into this. I'm just going to jump straight into, you know, 3 income tax advantages for life insurance. Let's jump into it. What's the first one? Death benefit is generally paid out income tax free. Check it out. Life insurance policy payouts can be pretty hefty, and avoiding a major tax bite can be consequential. By contrast, the government will typically tax most retirement plan proceeds when they are taken by beneficiaries. What? So your 401k, your IRA, let's say, something happens to you or, whatever, and you don't get to draw from that 401k or IRA, and you listed a beneficiary, and it's your heir. It's going to be taxed. They're gonna pay taxes on that. Now, death benefits from a life insurance policy, they're not taxed. It's a non-taxable event. Player. Total cash value, number 2, total cash value accumulates on a tax-deferred basis. Permanent life insurance builds up cash value over time as you pay the premiums. In the case of whole life insurance, the cash value grows at a rate guaranteed by the carrier that isn't affected by market conditions. Interest rates going up, there's a recession, there may be a depression, stock market crashes, doesn't matter. Other types of permanent insurance allow for different investment options. The growth in cash value is on a tax-deferred basis, meaning this is money that grows without the IRS being able to take any, and it can become an important nest egg for the future. So the cash value accumulates on a tax-deferred basis. What happens with life insurance? There's a premium for life insurance, and then most policies have paid-up addition riders. These paid-up addition riders usually, in addition to the premium payment, adds to the cash value available in a life insurance policy. The cash value in the life insurance policy is typically going to be invested by the insurance company, the mutual insurance company, typically. And the profits on the investment of the cash value accumulates into the cash value of the policy, tax-free. You can access the cash value of the policy on a tax advantage basis. Money borrowed or taken from the cash value of a life insurance policy is not subject to taxes up to the cost basis, the amount paid into the policy through premiums. And most insurance companies, if you pay a premium payment, especially the ones that we deal with, that the guys that I deal with, if you make a premium payment, for example, you make a premium payment of $10,000, within 30 days, that payment is available in cash value, and you can take a loan on it. Specifically, you pretty much can take it back, but not 100%. It's like 90-something% to avoid there being a problem in making that a taxable event. So these provisions are usually, if you do it right, bottom line, if you hit me up and you call my guy, he gonna do it right. And these protections will be built in. Bottom line, you can access the cash. How can you access the cash? I don't know. I don't feel like telling you. I'm just playing. Taxed, non-taxable policy loans. All life insurance policies with cash value have a feature that allows you to access the money through an automatically approved loan issued by the insurance company. You don't have to apply for it. You just call them and tell them you want it. If the life insurance policy has cash value, you can get the available cash value sent to you or, the entity. Typically is going to be a trust or foundation immediately. There's no application. There's no forms to fill out. You just really call them. You give them a call. They verify who you are, verify the policy, and they make it happen. Sometimes you got to sign a release, but they'll send it to you, you send it back. But that's just a release. It's not You're not applying it to be approved. It's like this is a formality. Here, sign this. Okay, cool. Okay, here's the bread. That's how it works. So, a life insurance policy loan does not count as income to you, so there's no tax due when you take a loan out against your policy's cash value. Policy loans are a way people access cash in their policies after removing the cost basis and keeping the distributions tax-free. Dividends. Dividends earned on a whole life insurance policy enjoy a special tax benefit. When taking a cash distribution, whole life dividends come with an array of different options. One of those options is to simply take a dividend payment as cash. So mutual companies, whole life insurance, these mutual companies, they are a mutual company is basically a company that is some of the customers are owners, right? So they share in the profits, right? And they receive their share of the profits in the form of dividends. Tax law recognizes whole life dividends as a refund on the premiums you paid already. In other words, you can use the first in, first out principle applicable to withdrawals for any dividends you take in cash from your policy. This shields some dividend distributions from being recognized as ordinary income to you. So unlike stock company dividends that normally come to you as ordinary income and carry an income tax liability, you can receive whole life dividends tax-free, assuming you have not exhausted the cost basis of your policy. Think about that for a second. Now, it gets even deeper. So, having said that, I want to pivot a little bit. But before I do, I want to say this, and I want to be specific, and I want to be clear. Because, this stuff is very important to know. Hey, we're dealing with high level explosives here, right? You can do something great and luxurious to help a lot of people, Or you can blow your hands off, man. Change your life. Real quick. Whole life insurance death benefits payouts are generally tax-free. Cash value accumulates tax-deferred. Cash value may be accessed tax-free. Loan is not income. Loans cannot be taxed. Dividends may be taken as cash tax-free in the refund and is considered a refund on premiums, or reinvested in the policy. That's crazy, right? And people be like, oh, okay, well, blah. Now, I want to tell you, life insurance policies are a major tool in the creation and sustainment of multi-generational wealth. Wealthy families, rich people, they got family money. It's a big deal. Look, no one, how about this? No one will live forever. There is a death benefit issued to the beneficiary of these life insurance policies every time. The real only guarantee with regards to your life is that your vessel will cease to function properly in order to sustain physical life. Period. And in the commercial terms, that is death. We know that, for us, it's just the vessel. But in commercial terms, that's death. So every time a body ceases to function and sustain life, there is a check written in wealthy families. It's typically written to a family trust or family foundation. And I want to tell you why. For the tax benefits. And if you've listened to any of the shows before enough, you know pretty much what I'm going to say. You're probably just wondering how I'm going to say it. Like, how is he going to say this? But a trust or foundation. Let me be more specific. I'm not giving legal advice. I'm not a tax attorney. I'm not an attorney. I don't give legal advice. I don't give financial advice. If you need financial advice, legal advice, or tax advice, I suggest that you consult those respective professionals. I am not one of them. Those are public offices. Those are public positions. Those are public capacities. Those are commercial public capacities that I do not claim nor possess. But private contractual trusts receive income, so they receive the death benefit. And what the trustees do, they may invest a certain amount. They may, purchase a certain asset or income producing asset for the family estate. This is still an investment. And what they do is they purchase other life insurance policies with the remainder of the death benefit. What does this do? It does two things. One, private contractual trusts are allowed to expense 100% of their taxable income or disperse 100% of the taxable income and therefore owe no taxes, have no tax due. Same thing with a private family foundation, actually. No. They have no tax due. Why? Specifically with a foundation, they don't have to do anything. It's a private family foundation. It is tax exempt in the first place. It pays no taxes, regardless of what's going on. Now, it has to operate according to the federal code with regards to private family foundations, but if you've gone through the foundation training here at the foundation, you understand that those regulations are easily met with very little energy. It's almost so simple you think it's not. You think it's. I thought it was a setup. Like, you're trying to set me up, man. You're trying to get me in trouble, man. This is you a Fed or something. You an agent, bro. Mad skeptical because, man, what? But very easy, simply stated. Not only is there a tax on the disbursement of the death benefit, proper trust administration can ensure that there's no tax at all on a disbursement, after disbursement, on any of that. And these life insurance policies that are purchased, they're going to create more value for the estate upon the death of the beneficiary, as well as create cash value available in the form of loans, non-taxable loans, to the estate. And if the loan is made to an LLC or business trust or another structure, interest on loans are deductible. So if you receive a loan and it's not taxable because it's a loan, and then you pay back the loan, but you pay interest, you deduct the interest that you paid on the loan as well. Corporations and trusts can do this. Can individuals do this? I'm not sure. I know individuals are able to deduct interest that they pay on their mortgage loan. I know individuals are able to deduct interest that they pay on their student loans. I don't know if you can deduct interest paid on a vehicle loan as an individual. So I don't know if an individual can deduct interest paid on a personal loan. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an accountant. I'm not a tax attorney. I have no idea. Now, I had a brother ask me, how do I live privately through the life insurance policy? And I want to break that down here because this is important. And, I wax poetic about the importance of trust. I really do. Because, until you start absolutely administering your private affairs, private commercial affairs, or your commercial affairs privately, you will never truly know the benefits of trust. You will never truly know the benefits of trust. You will never truly know the benefits of private trust until you actually begin administering private trusts for the benefit of your private estate. And you'd be like, whoa. For example, let's say that, pay attention, y'all. Take notes if you want. I'm about to do it. I'm about to do a dance. It's me. It's So L. I'm about to do a dance. Let's say you go private, right? You ain't really got too much money, man. I ain't got too much money, man, but I want to go private. All right, well, you hit me up, trustee training. It hurts. You're like, whoa, this is expensive. I'm like, I know, but it's about to change your life. Trust me. It's worth it. It's actually worth triple times this. You will see. All right, man. Okay, so you jump in trustee training. It's a gamble, ultimately. You're gambling. Let's be honest. You don't know me. You don't know what you're about to learn or what is going to be attempted to be taught to you. You have no idea. But you jump into training, right? You ain't got that much money. Pay, make the donation. You learn, you study heavy because you really want to change your life, man, and you're tired of this. I'm tired of this, man. I've been living. Look, I feel like I've been behind the 8 ball my entire life. I feel like I've never really been ahead financially. I feel like I've never really been in control of my life. I really hate getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning so I can be at work by 9. And from 7 to 9, I don't get paid for my commute there. Look, there's a lot of different things going on, but you're tired. I'm tired of this, man. So I'm studying really hard. Studying to the point where this stuff becomes second nature. Real quick though, about to look. It's about to be a wrap. We're about to stream. We got about 90 seconds, less than that, about 60 seconds left in the broadcast. We are about to go over, man. But if you are checking out the show on the internet, you're gonna lose it. So you got to call in 563-999-3625. Otherwise, you will be cut off, and you'll have to listen to the rest of the show in the archive. Like you got to download it or something. I don't know. iTunes or whatever. So about 60 seconds left. 563-999-3625. Anyways, studies, man. Look, just real studies. Things start to make sense. Really start to make sense, right? And I'm talking to the guy. I'm pretending that I'm not Sot. Okay, so I'm talking to Sot. And I'm asking him all these different concepts, like, okay, so I understand this. Okay, so, I'm doing this. What do you think I should do? Okay, I know you don't give legal advice, but check this out. This is what I'm thinking. Okay, and Sot's like, okay, what kind of assets do you have? What do you want to do? What is your ultimate thing? Okay, so, my real question, my real question is, how big of a sacrifice are you willing to make today so that your life can be different, or specifically so that your life can be better than it ever was for the rest of your life? He asked me that. I was like, okay, so that's crazy. You getting deep, man. But you know what? I'm willing to do whatever it takes. All right. Okay, so he says this. So it was like, okay, man, well, look, you said you got some assets, right? Right? You said maybe you got this car. Maybe you got a little bit of savings. You got a little bit saved up. Maybe you got a little gold. Maybe you got a little silver. Maybe you got a really nice car. But you're paying a big note, right? You're paying $600 a month, And it's such a nice car that the insurance is $400 a month. So you're paying $1,000 a month. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get rid of that car. I want you to get a used car. Something you may consider a bucket. But I want you to get a Honda or a Toyota, something reliable. Something that has sold a lot of. Something that you see every day, all the time. Well, those are boring. I don't like those. I don't care. I want you to get something that's very common and you see all the time, because if anything happens to your car, you can get parts for it very cheaply and easily. I want you to get liability insurance, not full coverage on this car, because you won't need to, because you won't have a loan on it. So this right here, you purchase a car, maybe a couple grand or something, $4 grand, $5 grand, $6 grand, something like that. And now the insurance is only $80 a month. Now you freed up a lot of your monthly income just by getting rid of that expensive car that makes you feel so good but costs so much. And you're smart because gas prices is like $5 a gallon right now. And you got your little Honda. It gets better gas mileage than that car you had. Whatever. Go to the pawn shop, get a nice little CD deck with Bluetooth on it so you can connect your phone to it. Grab a couple 6x9s, some speakers for the door, and upgrade the sound system. And just listen to good music or talks or whatever, information, whatever you're doing in your commute. And feel good knowing that you have reduced your expenses. Now that, I want you to set up your private family trust account. I want you to set up your private family business trust account. I want you to set up a business, an LLC. I don't care what it is. Provide some sort of good or service. Start small. Start with a neighbor. Doesn't matter. Mow a lawn. Landscape something. Make some stone bracelets that ward off evil negativity. It doesn't matter. And market it. Pay $5 and do a Facebook campaign. Try something. Get out there and work it. But ultimately, I want you to get your structures correct. I want you to take that money that you would otherwise be spending on that car payment and save it up for 6 months. I don't want you to, now you get to party, you get to buy more booze. Nah, fam. You was paying $1,000 for that car and the insurance. Now you pay $80 a month, $120 a month for that car and insurance and the gas or whatever. That's $900 that you have free and wide open. Don't go make another bill. Don't go find something to trick it on. Put it in a savings account for 10 months. 10 months. You said you're willing to do whatever it takes. Put the $900 in the savings account. Of course, it could be $300, $400. Don't matter. Put the $900 in the savings account for 10 months. Now you got $9,000. And with that $9,000, add 1,000 to it or so. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. You got $10,000, $11,000. Call my guy and set up a life insurance policy. It's gonna hurt, so it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Yes. Listen to what I'm saying. Take the 10 grand, the 8 grand, the 4 grand, whatever it is. Take it. And this is just one example. Some of y'all are like, I don't pay a car payment. I just, I like Netflix and Hulu, nigga. And I'll be like, all right, man, we'll chill on some of that. But the real news is save up the 10 grand, the 8 grand, whatever, and put that in a life insurance policy. Now, you were paying $900 a month for this. $1,000 a month for this car. Well, technically, you can afford $900 a month, $2,700 every quarter. As a life insurance premium. Now, would I suggest you do that? Don't do that. If you can afford $900 a month, be smart. What is that? If it's $900 a month, you were paying $1,000, now you're paying $100 for the insurance, right? You got $900 open. Okay, sounds like you have $500 a month to put towards a premium for life insurance. That's what it sounds like to me. That's $6,000 a year, right? No. You put the $6,000, the $8,000, the $10,000 in the policy. Listen to me. You have family trust, right? This is an example. This is not legal advice. You have family trust, right? So family trust, once the policy was in force, you change the ownership to the family trust. Now the family trust is the owner. Now the family trust is responsible for the premiums, right? If you're smart, you've contractually assigned credit cards, all financial obligations are in the family trust name. You know, it took you 10 months, 8 months, 6 months, 3 months for, you to save up this money to institute this life insurance policy, right? So within that time, you've done a few things. The specific thing that you've done is you've calculated the monthly expenses. You've calculated your monthly expenses. You've gotten down pat your monthly expenses. And I'm going to tell you this, 9 times out of 10, your monthly expenses is not going to exceed that initial contribution to the life insurance policy. Some of y'all know where I'm going with this. Some of y'all don't. So here's what happens. Not giving legal advice, financial advice. This requires private structures. Email me, admin at Welcome to the Foundation for, trust administration training, trustee training. Y'all don't do this if you don't know what you're doing, because you're going to get into a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble, man. And you can be a sovereign citizen on the land then and see what happens, man. I'm trying to tell you, I'm a security part. Okay, cool. A lot of trouble, yo. Man, I shouldn't even be saying this. I'm going to say it anyways, though, because this is the whole point of the show, right? So your monthly expenses likely do not exceed, I'm going to use $10,000 for an example, because that's where I started with. Your monthly expenses are not likely to exceed $10,000. So you calculate your monthly expenses, right? And maybe a little more. You take out a policy loan for your monthly expenses. And then what do? Your paychecks, your income that was used to pay those monthly expenses that you calculated. Remember, I said monthly expenses plus a little less in the policy loan, because the policy loan, there's interest. Okay? So the owner of the policy who takes out the loan, in this instance the family trust, must pay their loan back with a certain amount of interest. It's very low, though. It's very low. But listen to me. Interest is a write-off. The family trust receives the policy loan. With the policy loan, the family trust pays the monthly expenses. Now, the income that was being used to pay the monthly expenses is now used to pay back the policy loan. And because the cash value of loans in these types of policies earn interest, that's why if you take out a loan, they have to charge a minimal interest, because that's interest minimum that they would have made trading the cash value of the policy. So when you put the money back in, it allows it to gain interest. When you pull it out, it must be paid back with interest, but interest is deductible. Now you have created a system that not only perpetuates wealth through multiple generations, but you're earning interest on the money technically that you're using to pay your bills. You're earning interest on the money that you're using to pay your bills. You have now become your own bank. And since you're only pulling out loans in a regular basis to only pay the expenses, and the loans are being paid back, the cash value of that policy is increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing. And soon enough, there's $15,000 worth of cash value in the policy. There's $17,000 worth of cash value in the policy. There's $20,000, $22,000, $25,000, $50,000, and this is how trust fund babies get their money at 18 and 21. What? The trustees of the family estate they take out a policy loan on their life insurance policy that was taken out on them when they were like 4 days old, and has been gaining cash value its whole life. And they issue that money that they took out as a loan from the cash value of the policy as a, trust fund payment. I'm a trust fund baby. When I turn 21, I get this much money. That's the cash value. And probably not even most of it. That's that's cash value from their life insurance policy that's been in force since they were newborn. Back to what I was saying. As the cash value continues to grow because it's gaining interest over time, every day the cash value in those policies gain interest. Every single day. Soon, the family estate is able to finance large purchases without a bank, without needing credit, without needing to go get a loan. $25,000, $50,000, $75,000. We're just talking about one policy. You do this 4 times, it gets stupid. It gets really stupid. $50,000 to $40,000, $50,000. Hey! Now you're getting somewhere. For example, the interest on the loan from the policy, let's say it's 4%, right? It's still going to make money. The policy is still making money. The family bank will still make money if it loans out this money at 5% interest, right? The Fed just said they're going to raise the interest rates right now. 5-year, 30-year fixed mortgage is 5% interest right now. How much do you think it's going to be in 2 years? How much do you think it's going to be in 5 years? How much do you think the interest is going to be on cars in 2 years and 5 years? Do you see what I'm getting? If you have to go to a bank or a credit union to get a loan at 10% interest for a $20,000 car, and I can go to the trustees of my family estate and get a loan at 5% interest for a $20,000 car, and not have to give up collateral or worry about my credit score getting tore up or any of my property being seized or being forced into bankruptcy, who's winning in that situation? And this is just a financial system, I would say. A financial tool used, this is one financial tool used by the wealthy to perpetuate multi-generational wealth. It's just one. And it is fundamentally hinged on private structures. Fundamentally hinged on trust. But we're discussing private cash flow. Essentially, the life insurance policy becomes the bank, or the life insurance policy becomes the instrument, the monetary instrument that the bank, the family trust uses. The family bank. Imagine, well, in a state that has, even just starting off, imagine like the second generation of trustees, right? And the first generation of trustees, it was 5 of them, and each one of them had life insurance policies, and each life insurance policy, just roughly, it was worth $500,000. $500,000. 5. That's $2.5 million in cash value. We're talking about retirees. Hey, I'm a trustee. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm out of here. I'm going to Maui. I'm going to Maui. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to Maui. And it's cool. They don't need it. Because the owner of the policy is the family trust. So there's $2.5 million in cash value across 5 life insurance policy where the owner and beneficiary. The owner being the family trust. The family trust has control. That's $2.5 million, man. Trustees can definitely hit up each company and request the cash value to be sent electronically by bank wire, whatever, in the form of a cashier's check. Now there's $2.5 million in the account of the family trust. Go purchase some commercial real estate, develop a property that the family estate already has, manage the property like a high rise full of apartments. Manage the property, make income off the property, pay down the loan, and make a profit off the property after paying down the loan. There's money. Or develop the property, then sell the developed property, take the proceeds of the sale, pay off the loan, take the remainder after paying off those loans. And then what? You gonna start a new policy, get a new investment? I mean, look what I'm talking. This is just one. This is just one method of how the wealthy get more and more wealthy. This is it. This is just one. This is how the wealthy live through financially utilize life insurance policies. This is required. Interest rates are going to increase. Inflation is going to increase. You need to pay down your credit cards. You try to pay off your auto loans. But interest rates affects mortgages, credit cards, auto loans, student loans, lines of credit. The cost of getting cash, or specifically the cost of credit, is going to go through the roof, along with the cost of food, the cost of fuel, the cost of energy, the cost of clothing, the cost of rents, the cost of property taxes. All these things are out of here. And unless you begin now, right now, to put yourself and your family in a better position financially, economically, structurally, it's going to get bad, y'all. I'm not trying to say, we got this. This is going to get worse. We got about 7.5 more years of this as it escalates. Y'all, those of you who have been listening to me for years know that the things that I say, especially about the market and money and currency and interest rates, man, and geopolitics, please. Those of you know, if I come out and say something, man, I'm not playing. I don't just say things off the whim. I'm a super nerd. I love to study, I love to read, I love to do research. I just love it, man. Super nerd. Y'all want to? Hey, you want to go kick it? Nah, man. I'm reading this American jurisprudence on trust, man. And then after that, I want to read this one on notes because I'm really interested in mortgage notes right now. You weird nerd. And then they bounce on me and stuff. Super nerd, man. Love this stuff. Love it. And the way to do that, interface with the foundation. Email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. You can check out any of the educational materials at welcometothefoundation.com. You can book a consultation, $55 an hour, man. I will, in an hour, we can set up your business and start working on your business credit. In an hour, if you call me during business hours, we can get off the phone after 60 seconds and you will have your LLC incorporated or organized. You have an LLC organized or your company incorporated. You will have your federal EIN number, and you will know the first steps on how to begin building your business credit in an hour. In an hour. I guarantee it. Unless, the connection's bad and stuff, hey, I guarantee it in an hour. It's not as hard as y'all think, man. So it starts somewhere. It starts with you, getting in trustee training. It starts with you grabbing the Foundation and Trust series. It starts with you, starting your LLC, booking a consultation and say, hey, Sot, I heard your show. You said that you can help me set up an LLC in 1 hour. And your consultation is $55. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. How much does LegalZoom cost? $600? Now, of course, disclaimer, there's a fee for registering an entity with the Secretary of State or the business divisions of the state online. That's what I'm saying. There's a fee for setting up a business. That's I don't get it. They get it. But I can walk you through it in an hour. We can get you set up in trustee training really quickly. We have trustee training every Sunday. It's live. You can ask me questions live. Trustees get my personal mobile number. It's not a fake number. It's not one of them voice over internet protocol. It's not one of them apps that I have on my phone or Google Voice. No, it's my actual mobile number. Give me a call. Ask me straight up questions. Let's do this. I want to get you in that right position. This stuff is coming. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. And we need to actively reduce our dependencies on the public financial institutions, public grocery stores, public energy systems, public water supplies. And it doesn't have to be 100%. You don't have to be a hermit living in the middle of the woods. However many reductions you can make is what's necessary right now. Stop using the credit cards, y'all, unless you got the money. Stop putting money on the credit. Stop it. Stop it. It's all bad. It's going to be all bad if you don't. It's going to be all bad. It's not going to be the same. You can get your credit card bill. It's going to be crazy. Start turning off your lights in your house. Energy costs are going to get crazy. Get used to it. I don't need this light. Maybe get some candles, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. Really think about the distances you travel, the energy that you consume, and the resources, because energy and commodities and resources are going to be the most expensive things going into the 2030s. It's out of this world. And with the automation implementation, artificial intelligence software, and automated robots doing jobs, there's going to be more and more people on the planet and a lot less jobs. And then we got geopolitical risk. There's a lot of things going on. You got to make a move. Right now we got a what do we call it? Promotion, and I call it an offering. This is an offering to all email subscribers with regards to trustee training. Sign up for the email list so you can get that email with the offering. Just do it. Sacrifice and do it. Now's the time. If you've never made a sacrifice and took a leap of faith for your benefit and the benefit of your private estate, for your family. Now's the time, because it's about to get real. The things I've been talking about all these years, here they come. I've been trying to warn y'all for years. We set up. My family, we good, man. We're going to be good. It might get a little rough, but we're going to be good. I want your family to be good. So hit me up, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. At the very least, let's talk to each other. Let's chop it up. Book a consultation. You can email me and ask me how to do a consultation, and I'll shoot you an invoice. Or, you can go to welcometothefoundation.com, and there's a spot where you can book a consultation on the website. I would get on the phone with someone like me right now. I'm looking at the news. I'm looking at this stuff, and if I wasn't in the position that I'm in, if my family wasn't private and we didn't have the private structure set up that we do, and the life insurance policies with cash value and, these hard assets, the gold and the silver and, the platinum, and I would probably not be feeling very secure right now. And in that mindset, I'd be looking for something that would make me feel secure. And, first thing for security is financial security. So what are you going to do? You want to pay less than interest? You want to pay less or virtually nothing in taxes? You want to set up your private estate? You want to learn how to properly administer that private estate. So, I trust you learned something with the show, y'all. I trust, that, I was able to, put this into a format, into a phraseology, I don't know how to say, but just deliver this information, the topic, the things I'm trying to say in an easy, digestible format, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to freak you out. I'm going to tell you the problem, but I'm going to offer you the solution too. And it's the same solution I've been saying for over 6 years here on High Frequency Radio Network. It's time to establish your private estate through private contractual structures so you can legally avoid taxes, death tax, inheritance tax, generation skipping tax, income tax, and you can protect your wealth and assets tax-free, confiscation-free for future generations, and build the foundation for multi-generational wealth for your family. Change the fate of future generations of your lineage. You want to be a superhero? Forget Marvel. You're going to be a superhero once you set up this private estate. Email me at admin@welcometothefoundation.com. It has been a pleasure. I'm back, y'all. I feel refreshed, and with what's going on, I feel revitalized in making this push for this information to get out there. So I suggest you hit me up. Let's chop it up. Let's do a consultation. Maybe you hit me up and you inquired about trustee training, and then the response that you got was like, man, that was too much money. If that's the case, hit me up. Shoot me an email. Let's talk about it. I am very invested in your family estate being established and administered properly to protect the assets and wealth that is accumulated by private people that are required these days to interface with commercial realms. I'm invested, so holler at me. It's too much, so tell me that. Let's talk about it. I definitely want to get y'all set up in these private structures and get you into this private trustee training, man. Closed mouth don't get fed. So open your mouth and let's chop it up. Admin at welcometothefoundation.com. The foundation here on High Frequency Radio Network every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific. You can check out the Instagram, the Twitter. At welcometothefoundation.com. You can follow us, sign up for the email at welcometothefoundation.com. At the end of the day, do something. You got to do something. If it's with, So L here at the foundation or whatever, by yourself on the internet, I don't care, in a group with a bunch of fairies and some dwarves, I don't care. Do something. Here it comes, y'all. It's what we've been talking about. And it's going to get serious. So with that being said, y'all enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Make sure you say 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight and every night, as it is very important. My name is So L, that's Seeker of Truth L, also known as Speaker of Truth L. And as always, it has been a pleasure. I'll catch y'all next week here on the hottest radio network on the planet, High Frequency Radio Network. Thanks for rocking with me. You're gorgeous, you're marvelous, and I trust your day will be luxurious. Enjoy yourself. Peace to the gods.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.